And what is going on YouTube? Just another game channel, bringing you just another video. So ladies and gentlemen, here we have it. We've finally got the full Future War Cult set. Now the set itself looks amazing, but the original colour tone looks crap, and the other Future War Cult shaders don't do it justice. So we're going to be applying something very different to this when I found a very nice red. I think it's gonna. I was really hoping to find a Future War Cult shader that would, you know, bring out. Just looks. I mean, the yellow looks horrendous. I mean, it's like 1970s beige. Who would think of that? Who would thought this is a good idea? You know, I used to like the Future War Cult stuff, the original colours. But I love the shaders I applied to my Future War Cult stuff on Destiny 1. It's a shame those shaders don't exist. So here we are, guys. We finally got it all though. I'm only at 293 because I've not added any +5 modules yet. So this is what we're working with. Now, with the right shader, this is going to look badass, and I think I found it. So we'll apply that towards the end. So the simulator mask. When you actually look at it,
I've seen hunters cut through braided time.
It's like a. If you look at the icon on the top left, it's like just a full solid over mask. It's a shame there's a ridge there that shows the eye line, because it almost looks like, I mean the F's there, but it looks like he's wearing a pair of goggles, but the solid, when you look at that mask and the icon, it looks far better, I think, personally. Luckily we've got some modules we can add to it, so that's good. So the intrinsic perk on this helmet in particular is recovery. Now, I don't know about the entire set, but it looks like we've got all three possibilities here, which is a nice, gives us a lot of leeway. But if we get rid of the text and we can have a look at the helmet, it's a pretty nice two breathing pipe systems on either side. It's like a solid overlay for the helmet, solid material. Yeah, it looks pretty interesting. I wonder what that front piece could be a function for.
Have you learned?
So it's like that hole at the front's like for, you know, the beer hats. couple of beers with straws in. Maybe there's a device that plugs into that and you just get hammered with your Warlock buddies and your Titan friends. But yeah, I kind of like the design though. I like the collar, how it's a high collar, high neck piece, and extra. You know, you've got extra padding here around the back of the neck to hold in the cloak. I think that works really well. So. The arms now, I'm sorry about the colour, guys. Look at this. Who at Bungie thought, you know what, would be a really good idea? A really bad 70s faded yellow. That'd be a really good idea. Yep, they got it wrong. Okay, what I like about this set is asymmetrical design. So, like I've said in other videos, in olden times, shall we say, when knights existed, if you were right-handed, you'd be facing your enemy with your left side, so you'd have more protection on your left shoulder and arm. You'd have like a bit more heavy armoured to protect that side. Sometimes you'd have armour around the shoulder and the left side of your neck to protect that side, so when you're facing the enemy, you've got a lot more protection there. So that's what's happening here. So you can imagine facing off this side facing the enemy and that right side holding the gun. So I like the grey leather. I like that it's like quite thick leather. It feels like it's, you know, although it's tight to the body, it's pretty thick stuff. So, you know, it's pretty interesting. Apart from, you know, the terrible colours they've chosen. Intrinsic perk recovery again. So again here we can have one on each. So that's interesting. Maybe the whole set allows you to do that. Okay, you got the faded insignia there, which looks really cool. What worries me is when I apply a shader, you're not going to recognise that it's Future War Cult. I mean, it's hard not to recognise that. You know, you see the FWC, but it's the blue, isn't it, more than anything? So, reduces recoil for kinetic weapons. Nice. Okay, so we've got the Future War Cult chest plate. What's interesting about this is that it really is about the top half that's just been the additional armour slate in there, and the rest of it's like a full leather. It's not leather, I say leather, but you can see it's almost like nano carbon fibre tubing. You can see the detailing on there. Looks pretty good. Looks alright. I like the yellow. I like the additional yellow. These wires probably have some sort of function. You can see on the arms there. You see the straps on the arms holding all the extra protection on. and you've got some of the belt, Batman's utility belt, as you can see right there. Pretty damn cool.
You don't need
We'll get in with the simulator boots. Again, asymmetrical. As you can see, let me just pull back out. This left side here, look, you see the left side all armoured up, and the same with this, as if you'd be facing the enemy. They've got all the left side more armoured, and I think that's a nice touch, that asymmetrical design. Again, recovery, it's all about recovery. We get a little bit more into resilience there, but yeah, apart from the colours, this is a great set of armour, I think. Additional padding there on the left knee, more of the insignia on the left side. It's like, no matter what, this faction wants to know, they want you to know who they are. And as you can see on the cloak, inside and out, all the way down, I like the silver of the cloak, I've got to say. I do like the silver of the cloak. Now, we've got no legendary mod to add to that at the moment, but as soon as we do, we'll be adding that and upgrading this cloak. But I think that looks really nice. It really is a shame about the blues and yellows they chose. I mean, someone really should have a word with the colour designer. Or the director who goes, yeah, that's a good idea. So I was kind of hoping that these shaders here, I mean, that's tempting. That is tempting, you know, to give it a white. The white, get rid of the yellow and give the yellow, give it a white. I like that. I really do like that. And it keeps the blue, so I'm very tempted with that at the moment. Maybe I'll try that out originally. And then you've got the, so that's a walkout camo, you've got the walkout raid. I was hoping, you know, but it's the yellow. It's a real problem for me. It's just not looking good. I mean, I think this is the original shader, but they've just, you know, basically new coat of paint, basically. Like, everything's cleaner, it's crisped up, so it looks a lot better. So, of course, I always go for the, I wish I had the Midnight Talos, but I don't, so I always go for the Golden Trace as a second option to check it out. I mean, that looks pretty damn slick, doesn't it? I mean, look at that red trim on the cloak. You got the gold plating. I mean, that does look really, really good. I've got to say, that does look pretty slick. So it's a choice between, at the moment, it's a choice between that and the walkout camo. I'm hoping to get a legendary piece of shader that gives it something from number one. I mean, that's quite, it's the blue I'm not keen on. It needs more red. I like the white and silvery type, grey silver on the cloak and the shoulders. I do like that. But what did draw me to it was the Cirrus Modular Shine. I do believe it's this one. I mean, I don't know, something about that seems to really call out to me. It just looks cool, man. Just looks cool and badass. So that's where I'm thinking right now. Between those three. Now, the monochromatic, I've only got one of these left, so it's not going to work, but, you know, that looks pretty good as well. It is a real shame I don't have more of these shaders. I am going to be buying some silver, though, more silver, to try and get the, whatever the Optimus set was for the Hunter. I want to get the Warlock's version, so we're going to be trying to get that. But that looks pretty good. So maybe before I apply a shader, I should buy some silver, and we'll do a silver video and see what we can get. So quick look, the Cirrus tone's not as, it's more, not, it's, you know, it's a bit washed out, I feel. It's kind of cool, but it's a bit washed out. We've got the Cirrus Modular. The dark grey and the red's kind of okay. But something about the, well, let's have a look at the Noble Constant Red. Now that keeps the blue, which is an issue for me. Not because I don't like the blue, but it just doesn't, there's too many colours there. So that was the beginning. So it's the Cirrus Modular Shine, which I'm leaning towards right now, guys. I don't know about you, but that's it's a nice looking set, though, guys. I've got to admit, like, no matter what you think of the actual original colour design, which I'm not a fan of, obviously, the actual set itself is pretty damn sweet. So we're getting there. Oh, look at that bad boy. But we'll definitely change some colours on this, I think, and hope you enjoyed it. So I think I'll buy some silver very shortly and be doing a video opening up plenty of packages with the Warlock as soon as this video is uploaded. So thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy the future Walkouts simulator set. I'll see you on the next one. So cheers.